Welcome to RLCS 2025, everybody. This is the last dance for North America Open number 6 of the 6 qualifiers. This is the last, and man, it means for every team in North America, this is your last chance to make a name for yourself here this RLCS season. A lot of teams have already made their names known. A lot of teams are looking at 8 major spots, but even more teams are looking just to get involved at the far end of this tournament. And of those players include the 3 that we're going to be seeing tonight here on this stream on Team NightFall. So, NightFall, pretty solid roster here with Nightja, Lev, and Bosco Boy. All 3 of those players, 2 of them have made it top 16 before, 2 of them made it last season. But none of them have been able to make it this season. In fact, for NightFall's roster, they haven't even made day 3 yet in this tournament. Well, of course, hopefully I'll be good luck for them this event. Obviously, I haven't streamed for them before, so hopefully I'll be good luck for them. Hopefully I'll be able to watch this team make a top 32 and hopefully even top 16 run. But for now, we'll just have to see about that. I'm excited to see how things go again. I'm SpottyFC. Welcome to the SpottyFC stream, and welcome again to the Team NightFall NightFall team stream here for RLCS 2025 North America Open 6. This is day 1 of the qualifier here in North America. 680 teams signed up for this event. Of course, by the end of the day, I think we're only going to get 164, so the number is going to drop down drastically for tomorrow. But for Team NightFall, they are one of the favorites to make it through. In fact, they're the favorite on their side of the bracket as well. Take a look here tonight. Again, they're in this upper side here in Winners Round 2. They skip Winners Round 1 because of their seeding, so I don't have to worry about playing in Winners Round 1. They'll skip to Winners Round 2. They'll play against the winner of LJP and the Allegations, so we'll wait on that matchup. As soon as it's over, not only will I let you know, they'll also be telling me, and we'll get our match underway. It is double elimination. You can only see the upper side of the bracket because I expect NightFall to not drop lowers today. They should be able to go through uppers. I don't think they've yet this tournament ever lost in uppers, so I mean, cross my fingers I don't jinx them here, but they should be just fine. This side of the bracket also looks pretty simple here for them. They should have a pretty easy night overall. It is day 1. Most of what day 1 is get rid of the weaker competition. NightFall are one of the top teams. Again, they have never missed. They have always been able to compete for day 3, but they've never made it. But they've always made day 2 and long runs in day 2. So NightFall's run is going to be a difficult one. They're going to have to get some pretty important wins here tomorrow specifically. For tonight, it's just about making sure you be consistent, get the wins you need to, and send yourself to day 2 in the best possible trajectory. Although you don't see it, the other side of this bracket, actually, the other side of the upper bracket here, we're only seeing half of the upper bracket. The other side of the upper bracket is an important one as well for them. It's going to be a team that they're going to be focused on is Solitude, with Preston, Durtho, and Stealth. That's a team that I believe has made a top 32 in the last 3 opens, so in the last couple of opens. So Solitude's going to be the team that NightFall is going to want to focus on. Likely the team they play tomorrow. So for NightFall, today though, just get wins, play it 1 match at a time, get your victories, get your wins early, and don't really worry about, and worry more so about what you're going to do for tomorrow once you get these wins. For NightFall, they're just getting things sorted out as, we'll see how things are going. I know that they haven't invited me in yet. Their match has not been confirmed. They might still be in their scrim, actually. Scrim. Right before their first matchup. And again, because they get a bye through round 1, they're just going to wait here. We're going to get an update. LJP with the victory, so we play LJP here in their matchup is sorted out here. LJP, we're the favorites in that matchup by a decent. That's not a surprise to me that they're the ones who win. Their roster is Air, Zany, and Blank. So there we go. We'll get the roster sheet up here for all of you to see who's playing tonight. Again, NightFall, we mentioned Nightja, Lev, and Bosco Boy. They do have a coach tonight in Larson. He was the coach for Lev and Team Constellation. That's the team I streamed the last in the qualifiers. He was their producer. Not their producer. I was their producer. He was their coach for that one when Lev and again, Team Constellation did make a day 3 run, but could not get any further after that first open. Obviously, Lev reuniting with Nightja. These 2 were teammates on Team Cold when they last made top 16. And of course, Bosco Boy, someone who's never made top 16 before. He's been pretty competitive. He's definitely someone who I think has the capabilities of making it that far. Tonight would be a night that he'd love to prove himself as, mind you, these matches are best of 3, so get the update on things are going here. And on when they're ready, we'll get ourselves underway momentarily. For now, we're just waiting on them to add me to the lobby. Obviously, their lobby has not yet, so lobby. Actually, they might have to make their lobby in a couple minutes. Their match was supposed to start in 5 minutes, so they might actually have to wait a couple minutes here before they can even start their lobby. But again, LJP is our guaranteed next matchup. This, again, is upper round 2, or winners round 2, as it's listed on start.gg. And for all of you wondering what the format's like tonight, today is day 1, so that means best of 3 matches are going to be the majority of what we have tonight here. Winners round 2 and that winners quarterfinals, or as I call it, winners round 3, are both best of 3s. The only match that isn't is the winners semifinal, aka winners round 4. That's a best of 5. But for NightFall, it shouldn't really matter how long these matches are. They should not be losing here. And they should have a pretty easy day overall. Again, the scariest team that they might have to play against would be Nandang P. Nandang PPY, whatever you call it. That's the scariest team here. That team, who's on that? That is Angle, Nando, and Frappy. What? I am in the 6-man server, so maybe I can. Anyways, let's see. Is Angle? See if maybe I can see what 6-man's rank they have. Obviously, on the NightFall team, I believe is rank X. Maybe rank A. Anyways, I don't know what rank they are. They aren't. It doesn't really matter, as this match actually apparently about to be underway here. They've already given them the go-ahead to start early, so it means this match can start early, which is nice for all of us here, because I don't want to wait too long before we get into this. But again, mind, this is best of 3. We get a message here from NightFall. We might actually be without Nightja tonight. Nightja had a power outage earlier. I kind of neglected to talk about that. Add Lev. Lev has me added. I did not remove him as a friend. Unless Lev removed me. Unless Lev removed me. Larson, Lev didn't remove me, did he? Did Lev remove me? I don't have him added. I know I added him last event and I didn't remove him since then. He may have honestly removed me. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. Oh dear. Well, hopefully Lev will invite us in soon enough. While we wait on Lev, and for NightFall to invite me here. Yeah, Larson, you can talk with Lev. Let it. You can talk with Lev. I know you're talking with Lev right now. Oh, you know what? All right. There's Lev. Yep. Apparently he didn't add me. So there we go. I'll go invite Lev. He'll invite me in. I'll join their match. I'm assuming they haven't started yet, have they? Larson, you would know. They haven't started yet, have they? Because if they started game 1, I can't join until game 2. I hope he hasn't done that to me. That would be kind of mean. Oh, there we go. There's Bosco Boy. Bosco Boy will add me in. Why not? And Lev's also added me in. Perfect. Wait on one of them to invite me in. They have? Oh, great! Great! We get the miss game 1. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't join then. Alright, I'll have to wait a little bit. I can only join for game 2. That's perfect. Oh dear. Apologies, everybody. Seems like they decided to start without me. They didn't even add me to the party. Well, just gonna make sure I have my overlay set. Yeah, my overlay set. There we go. I won't join until... You know what, Larson? You can let me know if I can join or not. I think I can join in between goals, right? If you don't know, I'm just not gonna join until... certain. Yeah, I'm gonna wait then. I'll wait and let them end game 1, hopefully. As I am getting confirmation, I believe Nightja's not available yet. Nightja's not playing here, so... Nightja still must have his power outage. I remember them talking with me earlier about... I don't know what the rules are. I believe I can't join until a game ends, because you're not allowed to join while the game's happening. So I'm just gonna wait until game 1's over. Because I know for a fact I can join in between games. I think I can join in between goals as well. But it's a lot tougher to coordinate that, and I don't expect them to tell me when to join, but... as soon as game 1's over, they'll probably let me know. But, oh, that's perfect. I don't even see game 1 here. The fortunate thing is, I doubt they're having any issues against LJP, but... we'll see about that. Yeah, they're leading 3-1 with 90 seconds left. This is a pretty quick game. Yeah, okay, Lev's telling me join after the game. He doesn't want us to join him in during it. So, Lev's got me covered. Thanks, Lev. I know he's not listening. We started 0-1 down. Oh, well, that's not great. I'm going to assume a little bit of light trolling. I mean, knowing Lev, he has a history on the stream of definitely having a little fun on day 1, so that wouldn't surprise me if maybe Lev trolled a little bit, and they got game 1. They got a goal against them here. That wouldn't surprise me. But I doubt they're trolling after they... Yeah, we'll wait until game 1's over. Lev's saying just wait until game 1's done. So we'll give it a little bit of time. Apologies, everybody, but assuming that game 1's ending, I'm almost certain they're going to win. I mean, it's 4-1 right now. My goodness. Well, that will make things easy enough. And if needed, I can always review the replay afterwards anyways. I think I can save a replay of a game even when I'm not in it. Again, reminder for all of you who are watching, well, got a lovely late trolling here from NightFall. Lev didn't have me added, and then he started without me. But, it's okay. It's day 1. As long as I don't do this to me on, like, day 2 or day 3, I'm gonna be fine. I would like to see all the matches on day 2 and day 3. But mind you, this is winners round 2. As, yeah, here are our rosters, LJP, with Air, Zany, and Blank. I'm just taking the names from start.gg, so hopefully their in-game names are similar. Alright, game 1's basically over here. It's 4-1, so NightFall's gonna win game 1 here. Here we go. Good job, NightFall. Yeah, thanks, Larson. It shouldn't be an issue tomorrow because I have Bosco and Lev added now. So hopefully we won't have this issue again. But yeah, it's interesting. They're gonna play with Dank today, which is their sub. By the way, for all of you who don't know Dank, he is rank A, so he's lower ranked than Nightja, but he's still very good. He's still probably better than any of the teams they played today. I think all the teams they're playing today are like ranked. Alright, he said join. Cool, we're joining in for game 2. So, assuming it was 4-1. That's wrong. Yep, it's flipped. Yeah, it's 4-1. One sec, let me... Which sides? There we go, NightFall. Reminder, this is a best of 3. That is game 1. It's 4-1, by the way, was the scoreline of game 1. For all of you who were curious, but we're in! Hey, everybody, we've actually made it to game 2. As, yeah, there's Dank, by the way. Bosco and Lev on NightFall. LJP do have Air, Blank, and... Okay, computer, I'm going to assume that is Zany. who's playing on OK Computer, obviously. I love that. That's a good username. Honestly, you might want to stick with that username. That's great. OK Computer, but yeah, I forgot that the better teams the better rated team is on the orange side for these matches. So I'll remember that for the future. But mind you, this is a best of 3. This is because it's winners round 2. So for NightFall, only need one more win to progress through the upper bracket today. As Dank, Lev, oh, he's got a flip reset attempt. Lev can absolutely score from there, but will be going wide as he's got an interesting card choice too. Lev, I recognize Lev when he's on a Fennec, but playing on a flat card today. Not, I mean, it's Lev. Lev is definitely not against playing on different cards. As Dank will go towards net, Bosco will be stopped by Zany as Lev, back wall, gets that bump. We'll look for another as jumping in was Dank, but be sent away here as Air's going to have a chance to score, but NightFall aren't going to let him get away with that chance very easily, and NightFall will have another clear attempt, so more offense for NightFall here in Game 2. This game was 4-1. As Dank stopped by Blank, but Bosco's going to be up faster than this one. At this point for NightFall, just kind of taking their time. They've got offense, they know. It's only a matter of time before one goes in as Lev forces his way through. Dank got bumped out of the way there. That was a great chance for NightFall. Bosco will go again. That's off the back wall. Good away by the OK Computer of Zany. Oh, he's all alone here, but he's got support, and there's nobody back for LJP. Lev always hit the back post. Will be cleared back. And NightFall, well, they started last game a goal down, apparently, according to Larson. And he'd know he was almost certainly have some sort of a screen share going, and they won't start a goal down this game. As it just find its way in, it's Lev who gets the last touch on this one. Booted Zany into that shot as well, so it'll be goal 1 in Game 2 for NightFall. Again, apologies for skipping out on Game 1 there, guys. Fortunately, again, I don't think we'll have that issue tonight here. It's a bit awkward here. Air. Big Dank really jumped early for that one, but NightFall will have an outplay as Bosco boy. What a triple commit here for LJP. Everybody went for that one. Oh no, dear, it might be going in the net here as well, as Air nearly, with that last touch, dunked his own teammate. Now goes NightFall, infield play. Bosco can't get the last touch on it. And LJP will go the other way as half the game still to go. Day 1. I don't know why, of any day, it always feels like day 1 the matches go by the slowest. They're short as well. They're best of 3s. It always feels like these games take a long time to end. Maybe it's because you know that NightFall's going to win this one, or because you don't want to see NightFall drop anything early as Bosco. That's a nice double tap. I mean, it's pretty routine for a player of his caliber, but even then, NightFall, I mean, they were looking for that second goal. They aren't exactly going to be... I mean, they're comfortable even one goal up, but I can't say that that's exactly where they want to be. And, oh, look at this! NightFall sent everybody to it. Why not a triple commit? Oh, that looked amazing. I know NightFall said they have done a little bit of practice on kickoffs recently. This level, well, maybe not this level, but at the very top level of Rocket League, a lot of teams really do spend hours upon hours just perfecting their kickoffs. I mean, your offense and your momentum start on the kickoff, and so does maybe your first offensive chances. So winning that kickoff could be really crucial. Not here against LJP, I don't think, but for NightFall, against some of these later teams, one of the issues that Constellation had back when I last saw Lev was kickoffs. They really struggled on kickoffs. They played a very aggressive kickoff, and they didn't win as often as they should have. So, one of the things that I think for NightFall, I don't know what their big weaknesses are, but I can't imagine kickoffs are something that they've exactly had the best practice in, and it's obviously something that's on their mind because they talked about it before in the little match chat that we had. That kickoffs were something that they were thinking about, so NightFall, sure they're going to put those kickoffs to good use. Maybe not tonight, but almost certainly they're going to look to start using it tomorrow. Dank does do well to get a couple players to commit here as Bosco looking for number 3. Lev, he's going to steal it. Why not steal it? Lev with the third goal for his team. And I mean, hey, if you can steal it, you'll steal it. Lev will take all the points he can get. Oh, that should hopefully put game 2 to rest here. LGP just trying to find something. Again, they scored once in game 1. We didn't get to see the entirety of game 1, but it was 4-1. Did confirm with NightFall, and there was no late goals anyways, so apparently it wasn't all that interesting. Or at least I don't think it was all that interesting. Larson, you were watching. Was game 1 any all that interesting to you? I'm certain it probably wasn't, other than the fact that NightFall gave up a goal early. I know you're. I mean, I'm sure he's listening in, and Larson has a history of listening in on the stream whenever he's coaching a team, and this ball eventually will hit the floor as NightFall will. Oh, they're looking for one more here as Bosco. It is still kept up here by Zany as Dank. There we go. That's game 2, and that's the series as well. NightFall will take this on a sweep. So a start for the substitute in Dank. And he looked okay. He honestly kept up with the rest of the team. And in a series like this, he just needs to make sure that he sticks around and he doesn't get lost on the play, that he doesn't leave his teammates on essentially 2v3 playing. He looked fine in that series, so they're going to move through the upper bracket here. That is 2-0 now for NightFall in our first match of the night. I think it's the winner of Ibreon Esports and Backdoor Bandits. Ibreon, sorry, not Iberian. Ibreon Esports. Very different name. So that will be our next matchup. Expected we're probably going to get an answer soon on who's playing. But again, we'll get our results submitted. There we go. It is submitted. Again, it's Ibreon Esports, Backdoor Bandits. We'll see which of those two we play against. It's actually Nangtan PPY may not actually show up here. That would make our life even easier. They're probably the toughest team out there of any of the teams playing on the other side of the bracket. So, we're run a little bit easier. Again, playing with a sub, not exactly fun. I mean, Tortugas are not bad. That's Dax's team. I recognize Dax. He was on Calamity Esports in the past. So, I recognize Dax. He's not a bad player. That would be an interesting team to play against. Be our next most likely team to play against, though. I wonder what rank Dax is. Anyways. Yeah, Nandang may not show up tonight, so see about that. That'll make the life a little bit easier because I do think they're the scariest team that we're gonna play against today. Not that scary. So we'll give it a little bit of time for the other match with Ibreon and Backdoor Bandits to conclude. As we are getting an update, we are getting some updates around the league here, but the only real other major win to talk about: Clips winning against Chaos and then Tortugas with the 4. But nothing else really. That's it for winners round 2. So we move on to winners round 3. So NightFall get the first victory. And we'll see who we play against, Backdoor Bandits or Ibreon. It doesn't. I mean, whoever play against, we're actually gonna have a team logo for them. That'll be fun. Is yeah, we're gonna get Eclipse just won on forfeit against Nangdang. So Eclipse plays against Tortugas in winners round 3. So the winner of that will be playing against winners of round 4. I mean, I'm just expecting that we're going to beat whoever be either Ibreon or Backdoor Bandits, whoever up in our next matchup. But again, likely we're playing against Tortugas. And that's not a bad team. Again, it includes Dax. Dax is not a bad player. I don't expect much. And that ends winners round 2, our first match. Night here, so. will definitely be in. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit here while that match gets sorted out. Yeah, that's NightFall for you. At least partially NightFall. Again, they're playing with the sub tonight, so hopefully Nightshit's power outage will not last too long. I mean, they'll be fine without Nightshit tonight. It is tomorrow that I worry about it. Nightshit should get his power back by tomorrow, hopefully. It didn't seem like it was a big issue with Nightshit having his outage. Obviously, it makes things a little awkward because I think he had his power outage an hour before the first match, so a little over an hour, like an hour and 30 minutes before the first match. Really made things a little awkward, but again, that's why we have subs, is for situations like that. So, fortunate thing is, we should have Nightshit back tomorrow. The good thing is, tonight is day one of any day to have a player absent. Today is probably the best day to have it because, as a top tier team, without having one of your starters and still having a very good sub, you'll be fine. Even 2v3 Nightshit. I would probably beat most of us here if they played 2v3, but of course, you're not allowed to, and not like it really matters. They have a sub in Danks, so they'll be fine. Again, we'll wait on the outcome of Ibreon and Backdoor Bandits. I'm actually going to go to a quick break. When we come back, I'll have an update for you on who won that matchup, so give me a few minutes while I sort things out and get confirmation on who wins and who we're playing against next. Alright, we're gonna cut the break early here because we did get an update on who we're playing against. It's gonna be Ibreon Esports. They just swept their match 2-0. We are gonna wait on them and... Here we go. Alright, teams have been updated. We'll take a quick look at the bracket, the players here. We are gonna go right into this matchup as well, so... That's Ibreon Esports for you, led by Shade. But we're going into this. It's another best-of-3 matchup here, as it's Shade, Shootfief, and Ghosty. So Shootfief might be Condog. I actually don't know who of those two it is, but how are we looking? We're looking pretty good there. Penguin, how you doing? Nice to see you. That's the manager. How you doing, my friend? We got Ibreon Esports. Up next is, again, I put them on the wrong side of the bracket. As soon as the goal goes in, I'm fixing this, so hopefully we'll get a goal early here as Shootfief. I keep doing this. I keep putting us on the blue side. We're on the orange side. I said last round I was gonna not do that again. Hopefully we'll get a goal early. Now we're on the wrong side of the bracket here as Ghosty to the back wall. That's gonna be goal 1 here for Ibreon. So Ibreon scores first. Now let me switch things up so that it is correct. Apologies. There we go. Ibreon Esports with goal 1 here. So again, we're taking on Ibreon right now. As where's Nightja? He had a power outage, Penguin. I saw in chat he had a power outage. I think his power is still out. Hence why we're playing with Dank tonight. But we did pretty well in our first matchup, and you know what? Maybe we don't need Nightja. Maybe we don't need Nightja. Not like he's, you know, rank X and anything, but honestly, this Dank character is pretty good himself. We may not need Nightja after all here, so... Yeah, but no, Nightja had a power outage, so he can't make it tonight, apparently. At least that's what I am assuming is what happened, because I saw in chat he had a power outage. He couldn't even make it to the most recent scrim, which was about an hour ago because of that outage, so... Well, my assumption is that that power outage is probably still happening here, and that's why he can't make it. But for NightFall, just about getting themselves good chances. Ghosty looking for a second goal here. It's going to be Shade who scores this! Oh dear, NightFall, this is not the good start. We got a full Canadian lineup. I mean, yeah, if you consider Lev Canadian, sure. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask Lev. I don't know if he considers himself Canadian. With him being in Canada right now, but... Yeah, you're not wrong. Everybody else is Canadian. At the very least, everybody else is, so... Yeah, play on, but... Bosco's gonna get the block, and for NightFall, this is a much tougher third-round matchup, or... Maybe it's not. We'll see. Ibreon definitely giving some trouble, but... For NightFall, just about not trolling. Not, taking this team too lightly. I mean, you are playing with a sub here. Some of these later matches are going to be tougher, but Ibreon is a team we shouldn't have too many issues against here, as... Give it away again, Lev. Reset. Oh, that's a great flip reset, too. Forces Ghosty to go for it, as now Bosco Boy, back wall, second touch stopped by Ghosty, who has gotten in the way of everything that NightFall's thrown at him so far. As Lev. Shade to clear. Bosco Boy will wait back on this one, as it'll be Lev leaving it for Bosco. NightFall. Once again, just waiting for the chances. It will be Lev away. Ghosty to clear it back. Bosco Boy. And NightFall, wow, still needing a goal here. We're halfway through game 1. This is what I mean about these games, feeling like they take forever. NightFall not exactly one possession so far this game. Only goal coming courtesy of Dank, is Bosco trying to find another one here. Shade, Lev, none of the NightFall starters have scored yet in this game, as it'll be Dank again. High clear for Bosco Boy, will be up for Lev, and he can get another touch on this. Lev's gonna score from here! Oh, that's exactly what you expect from the Saudi Arabian. Oh my goodness, Lev. I mean, we know he has the capabilities. He always finds ways to do some pretty incredible stuff. But that's a pretty nice shot, even then. So that is our second. Oh, and now our third. Dank's got another one. Again, we may not... You know what? Dank might honestly... Dank is playing like his life depends on it right now. He's the lowest ranked player on this roster, but being the sub, But hey, you know what? He was called into action. And he's getting the job done in one way or another. As NightFall will have to be forced back off the kickoff. Bosco will get the early block, and for Ibreon Esports, what was a lead for them has now quickly fallen away. NightFall now at this point are looking to pack on even more. I mean, the start of Game 1 was definitely something I don't want to talk about for much longer, because Ghosty has been a real thorn right now as a double tap attempt will go all the way back to Shade, and now Lev will take a chance on Shoe Thief. As not a great save, but enough that NightFall can't attack it. Bosco. Oh, he's backflipped. I don't know if that was intentional, but does force the Ibreon into a bit of an awkward position, kind of at a standstill in front of their own nets. Again, NightFall just taking the ball back as Bosco on no boost will still have this one. Goes Dank, but be able to take it here, and that will be Lev to collect his NightFall. Flip reset. Bosco, surely this is another one, and Shade, he will be back. That shot was not fast enough. As now Dank again, trying to find Lev. He has up through the defenders. But NightFall still have it as Bosco Boy in front of the goal. It's another for Lev, and NightFall, after a slow start, have turned on the Jets. That's a little bit more like what they were expecting. So just like last series, they started very slow, but the good thing is they have recovered. And NightFall will take a 2-goal lead. Now a 3-goal lead as Bosco Boy's got a goal for himself. About a minute to go here. NightFall, surely they can secure Game 1 with this kind of scoreline. Reminder, this is also a best of 3, so you only need to win 2 here for NightFall, but after this best of 3 will be the best of 5s for whoever wins it. So for NightFall, obviously gonna have to prepare for a longer series after this one, but a lot of these high-ranked teams hate these best of 3s because they're so short. There's a lot more pressure than there needs to be on these matches. You don't get nearly as much time to adapt. A lot of the top teams are teams that adapt really well. Teams like NightFall generally are teams that can adapt. So it's always awkward to play these best of 3s because you don't get that time in a best of 3. It does come down to those first impressions, and if they're good enough. And for NightFall, well, I think they are pretty good here. 6-2. Bosco's gonna have his second. And now everybody on NightFall's got 2 goals. It's a nice little assist from Lev. But again, these high-ranked teams like NightFall do not like these best of 3s. They're short, and a winner is decided rather quickly. You don't get the time to adapt. They really would like those best of 5s, because in those best of 5s are longer. You can have a little bit more time to relax to get into your matchup. Actually, these teams also generally like to play against high-ranked competition, so for NightFall, getting those best of 5s do signify much tougher competition. Sure, for them at least, they'd love to just escape the best of 3s, escape these first couple rounds, and make life easy for themselves, as that will end Game 1. NightFall with a 6-2 scoreline are now one away from winning this series, moving to winners round 4. Up here is would be coming up pretty soon here, as would be against either Tortugas or Team Eclipse, and I just got a report Tortugas just swept that match. So NightFall, one game away from playing against Tortugas, which again is Dax's team. Be fun to see that matchup. I've seen Dax before a couple times. Back on Calamity Esports, he's a good player. If it is the same Dax, I assume it is. If it's not, then there's multiple people named Dax, and that's confusing. But we're back in for our next game. Sorry, by the way, for everybody in chat who wanted a chat prediction poll. I did not get it up in time, so we're not going to have one for this series. I'll make sure we get one for our next match against Tortugas, so I know all of you like to win yourself some points tonight. As NightFall will fall back a little bit. Again, it's all about getting that first goal, and NightFall, again, that was a bit of a struggle in Game 1, but in Game 2, surely this is going to end up a little bit better for them, as Lev will take that first challenge. Now forces Ghosty back, as Bosco Boy does get him on the dunk. He's got a net in front of him here, but he could not get the pinch on it. And Shoe Thief will send it away as Dank gets ejected to the skies. Lev tried to take out Shade, will not need to though, as the infield was left open by Ibreon, but they'll get out of that one, although they won't get out of all of this, as Lev, another play in front, Dank was waiting. Now he'll pinch it in front. It is Bosco Boy, surely with goal one, and it will be. From that distance, he is not missing, and especially with Ibreon all playing so high on the back wall. I mean, Ghosty there. He's left on a string. He really doesn't have any options. He knows what's coming. He knows Bosco's going to play the low 50, but he doesn't really have much of an option there. If he goes low 50, he's still going to lose it to Bosco. NightFall. Just catching Ibreon with two players in the wrong position, both next to each other. And Bosco Boy doing what we would expect of a player of his caliber. In fact, this is his first open with NightFall, so for Bosco, he was a roster move from the last open events where, again, this team did not make it very far in day 2. Now they want to make sure that with Bosco they can do better, but in Ghosty, he has been a pain to deal with so far. He's making this a lot tougher than it needs to be for NightFall. And if there's anyone we need to worry about, it's going to be Ghosty. He is not easy to deal with. But we just need a couple more goals. You know, silence Ghosty and really silence Ibreon Esports. Really will be fine with this as Shoe Thief. Dank. Lev. To the play as... Oh, Ghosty whiffed it! Oh, it's going to be a second goal. Why not? You know, sometimes good fortune comes to those who ask the questions, and Lev here obviously made Ghosty think that there was going to be another touch on that, but I don't even think he got a flip reset on that play off the ceiling. He just fell towards the ball, couldn't do much with it, and that thing just bounced over Ghosty. So, NightFall, take a lead. As Ghosty trying to find Shade, will be Dank to collect on this one as NightFall up to offense as Dank as Ghosty clears it away. Shoe Thief to Lev. NightFall over another as Dank. A lot quieter this game than he was in the last one, but honestly for NightFall, they just gotta make sure that Ghosty doesn't take one on them. Here's another chance in front. Lev will make sure that doesn't turn out into anything dangerous as a second touch. Is that on? It nearly was. We'll go wide of the post as here goes Bosco Boy. From this angle, he can score. Everybody from Ibreon packing the net. Doing whatever they can to not let Bosco have the goal there. Well, only up by 1 here. This is not exactly a confidence-boosting lead, and that's not going to help with Bosco whiffing off the back wall. So much respect given to NightFall. They can make mistakes, and Ibreon really can't challenge them for it. As, oh, it's a whip for Dank! It's an open net here, but Shade, he was not expecting it, did not put himself in the right position for it. And NightFall got away with one there. As Dank. Lev. Be a play to go in front. Oh, it's a good bump as well, but will be kept away as Lev. That's an own goal from Lev! Oh no! Oh, as soon as I saw him go for it, I knew that was going in the net. Oh, that hurts for Lev. Although, knowing Lev, this is not the first time I've seen him do something like that before. Oh, boy. Well, he's given Ibreon Esports a chance in this one. 2-2 to tie game. And NightFall, they're not making this easy on themselves. As Lev will clear this one away. Be a flip reset. NightFall. I don't think they're even trolling, it's just they look very awkward with Dank, and you can tell that rotation's not exactly there for NightFall, so definitely gonna have issues working around Dank, but they just gotta get the next goal. That's all they need to worry about is Lev. Shoe Thief, now Ghosty. Bosco did jump in on this, so it is Lev's playing. He's on a one-on-one. Shay's gotta be careful as Lev trying to spearhead this offense, but it will be kept away as play to the back wall. Shoe Thief was ready for it. Bosco Boy will be challenged. Just 1 minute to go. NightFall trying to find just one chance to take as Shade bumped out the way. Lev to let this one go. And it is Dank, the substitute on the back post. And NightFall take the lead late. My goodness, this has been more exciting than I think NightFall were waiting for. But it's a great play. Bump in front. Dank jumps in. No worries about it. And I said again, the sub, he's shown up tonight, but he will need to show up for a little bit longer here. 40 seconds to go. Demo on 1. Bosco gonna take a 4th goal, but Dank will take this one off this corner. Still Dank. Won't win the challenge though, as Lev will be back with this. That's a great use of flip reset. Just forcing the players to commit. Ibreon don't have time. They have to go here as Bosco. Do Thief. Dank. Ghosty, it's an infield play that's gone high, and everybody pushed up for this. Dank will take his 2nd. And NightFall. That surely ends game 2 in this series. Man, it was close. It was competitive. Credit to Ghosty. He is absolutely cracked right now. But NightFall, just better. As expected, they'll take another sweep here. But my goodness, they left it up to the last moments there with Dank. But they'll take it, says this game will end 2-0 for NightFall. So they move into winners round 4. Again, credit to it's Ibreon. Oh, it's Ibreon Esports and Ghosty. Ghosty, he played pretty good there. That was impressive from Ghosty. But that will end that matchup here. So the team down. One more round to go as we will be taking on Tortugas in our next matchup. So our upper bracket looking as expected, although a little bit tougher than expected. This is going to be a best of 5, by the way, so going to be a little bit different. As who's on Tortugas? That is, let's look. I know they're going to have a match up in just a moment, so I got to be quick here. It is Flurry, Shawnee the One, and Dax. That's their matchup. That's their roster. That will be our last match of the night, hopefully. If we lose, obviously, we'd have to play again. But I'm expecting them to win this. I'm expecting them to play pretty well. I'm expecting this to be a pretty clean-cut matchup here. As there's our rosters again. We're playing with Dank as our sub. Again, surely this shouldn't be a very tough matchup at all for NightFall. Another best of 5, obviously. So again, let me get that prediction poll up for all of you who wanted it for this matchup. Again, NightFall takes on Tortugas. Again, I'm excited to see how things go here. But again, credit to Ibreon on their performance. That was very impressive. But unfortunately for them, they are no match to NightFall. Looks like everybody's here, so let's get in this one. I gotta switch the teams first. Here we go. So again, this is, I believe, a best of 5. So it's gonna be a little longer, but again, should be winnable for us here. So we're gonna go into this best of 5. And shout out to the Ibreon Esports social media, Ibreon_Esports on X. As here we go, best of 5. This is winners round 4. NightFall again on the orange. There's Tortugas on the blue with Dax, Flurry, and Shawnee the One. And for NightFall, still stuck with Dank as their sub, but again, Dank's had a pretty good night so far. He's definitely been clutch for this team at times. This is going to be their toughest match of the night by far. But we might actually have a couple close games here, more than just one. As NightFall, gonna need to put some effort in this one. This is their last match of day 1. This again, still in the winner's bracket. You win here, you go to day 2 through uppers. All NightFall needs to do is just make sure that they play the way they need to, and the play that they expect themselves to here in the upper bracket. Get your wins, get your games, and take this series as Bosco the field is actually waiting on this. Lev jumps into the challenge. Dank. Only the one on the other side of the field for Tortugas. Double commit from NightFall, but it is a great chance from Lev, and Dax just gets on the end of that. As Dank goes again. Actually, I don't know what rank the Tortugas players are, but I have to assume that they're probably around B, B+, around that rank level, as Lev's going to score again. Well, there's a goal for Lev. That's an early start for NightFall. Exactly what this team needed. That's a feel-good goal, that's for sure. NightFall will be happy with that one. But Tortugas hear this one back as Pluri. Bosco, that is a high touch. Johnny's not gonna get to this one! Oh, he completely misread it! And NightFall will say thank you very much. That is a gift to Bosco Boy. Johnny just did not read it. One of those things where those bounces are always weird. They're never easy to read, but that's gonna be tough. As I'm getting an answer from Penguin. They're about their B rank. Got it. Thank you. I thought so. I was gonna say, usually day 1 ends with B rank competition. Day 2 usually starts with B rank in the lower brackets, and a mix of A rank and uppers, and X rank obviously in uppers as well. Usually X rank though in uppers. You sometimes see A rank in lowers as well. Kind of a mix between both, but right now for Tortugas, again, they're just gonna look to get themselves out of this one as Pluri save for Dank as he was waiting on the back post there as a high touch. Johnny the one will be waiting on this as it's Pluri again. Tortugas on a breakout play, but NightFall have them caught here, and for NightFall, after how scary that last series is, just play calm. This is a bit more like the competition that you would want to play against, and much longer series as well. You have to win more, but you also have more to you also can lose more. For NightFall, again, I think their most major concern is just get yourself to an early lead, and just make sure you don't put your rotations under too much pressure. Again, as I said, they haven't had a ton of practice with Dank from what I can tell. I mean, again, they only learned like an hour before their first match that Nitro wasn't going to be available. So for NightFall, they haven't had a lot of time to practice with Dank. That means those rotations are going to definitely suffer because of it. They're just gonna make sure that those rotations aren't put under any major stress. That they kind of let Dank do whatever he needs to do. I mean, knowing Lev and Bosco, they'll work around Dank. They're good enough. It won't be too much of a problem for them here, as it's a great play for Lev. This is an open net. Probably will be back to it. Tortugas will keep possession. We haven't had a goal in a little while in this game, but NightFall are perfectly happy with that. Tortugas aren't scoring. They'll take game 1. As Bosco Boy. Axe. Sidewall play will be for Lev as Dank jumping into it. Second touch, but Shawnee will be there as now Lev again. Can't go for this. Shawnee on the redirect, saved away. As Lev keeps things going. Dank to the back wall. Here goes Dank. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Oh, that felt like that was a great opportunity, Dank. I mean, he's had quite an interesting night, to say the very least. He's been clutch for this team. But man, I think he really wanted that. You don't get those many chances, especially not as a sub. Oh, I'm sure Dank wanted that one. That hurts for me to watch as well. I wanted Dank to have that. I mean, come on, he's the sub. I want to see him have a clip to take home for open number 6. That's a big demo as well. Dax will remove Bosco, double commit from NightFall, but I'll keep this one away from Tortugas as touched by Shawnee. Dax doesn't have an option here, but it's a double commit again. Bosco and Dank jumping in the same play. Lev doesn't win the challenge. It's an open net for Shawnee. And Tortugas, with 16 seconds left, have taken a goal. NightFall's only scored 2 times this game. So it's very much a possibility that Tortugas could come back. NightFall just needs to, not throw away this game. They've done good enough. They just need to hold on. Let it, and just play it for themselves here as Lev. Seconds left. It is Tortuga's possession. As Dank, he's not going to get on this one. Bosco will. Lev, he's probably going to let this one hit the floor. No, he's going for another chance. Why not? Go for goal 3. Lev in towards the net. It hits the floor, but that'll end game 1. 2 more to go for NightFall in order to win this series. So NightFall doing what was expected of them here against Tortugas. By the way, Spanish for turtles. Again, the other side of the bracket, I'm going to update you guys on how Solitude's doing. They're right now in winners round 3. Then I'll update you on Solitude, and because that's the team that we'll likely play against tomorrow. As let's go to game 2 here. As here we go. Oopsies, my fault there. We go to game 2 now. NightFall. One step closer to tomorrow's upper bracket, just going through the motions. I mean, honestly, Tortuga's a much slower. It feels like a slower paced team. I know they're not slower, but it feels like a slower paced team than what we've had earlier. As for NightFall, I think they're just more comfortable now, because this is more like what they're expecting to play against today. I mean, earlier tonight they had some pretty low-ranked competition, definitely some awkwardness in who they're playing against. But again, against Tortugas, this is a team of players that they're more comfortable with, because at its higher rank, it's better players. It's definitely the kind of players that you would expect to play against. For the NightFall, sure that for them at least, they're just more comfortable with it. That means that for them, they can expect what's going to happen a little bit easier. As it's an interesting touch for Bosco. That is straight to Shawnee the 1. As a double commit. Bosco can't get this one, but he won't need to, as NightFall will try to jump on Dax. Lev through the defense. Oh, and Dank was waiting on that, but he was not going to react to that in time. Cleared away. Dank. Bosco. Lev. Oh, he got the fake there! Oh, they're gonna get back in time, they will. Blurry got completely fooled by Lev there, and now he's up with Bosco. It's the scary duo here as Bosco trying to set things up for Lev, but he can't go. Bosco's just gonna force out Blurry. Ball will have to go again. They have not scored yet this game. Again, it is slowed down here in game 2 compared to the much more chaotic game 1. Again, NightFall looking for that first goal once again to put the pressure on Tortugas. As a high touch for Bosco. Blurry will launch this one to the back corner as Dank. He got a touch on this one, forced out a whiff from Tortugas. Their offense isn't actually going to get a good start here. In fact, it won't even get a start as Bosco again. Now goes Dank. It's in front. Lev will shoot. Lev will score. And NightFall have one more in this series, but more importantly, their first of game 2. Half the game still to go here, but NightFall. Stacks it is. Oh, that should have been a great chance to score. Shawnee just completely missed what was a open chance. There was no one challenging him, and I think nobody on NightFall even saw him. Would have been a great chance to score. Considering how close this game is, I mean, NightFall are gonna have to play some pretty much perfect defense. And while, I mean, they're definitely capable of beating this team defensively, you really don't want to rely on that if you're NightFall. Make this day easier for yourself. You don't want to make it tougher. You don't want to make it difficult. You just want to make it easy, quick, and simple. NightFall would love a second goal just to make things even easier for themselves. Tortugas got one last game. As Lev, here's his chance, will easily be kept away as Dax never even committed. Bosco to the corner. Oh, it's an open chance! Bosco's missed it off the post! Oh, Bosco moved a little too fast for his own good. And NightFall, that was the opportunity there. Instead, they'll keep only one goal up here against Tortugas as with a minute to go, Shawnee stopped by Lev. And NightFall trying to put some shutdown defense here as it was a bit of a double commit, but Dank wasn't ever going to commit too heavily to this play. Now he'll go against Plurry, takes him out, and he's taking the boost too. Dax actually doesn't have a lot to work with here. Less than 10 in the tank. Fake on one. Bosco to pinch this. That's all the way to the net. And NightFall will take it. It wasn't what they were expecting. It wasn't the way they were expecting to go up by 2. But they'll take it. In a game as close as this, in a series that could be very close, you're not taking chances. Any goal that you take is a goal well deserved. I mean, RLCS itself is not built off of pretty goals. It's built off of these scrummy, dirty goals, just getting goals in any grimy way. You don't ask how, but only how many. And right now for NightFall, the answer is 2 as... Oh, that was a huge miss from Dax. He had a very tough shot to make because he was getting challenged from below. Bosco was challenging from behind. He doesn't really have an easy play. And now it's panic in front of the Tortugas net. Shawnee the one-on-one with Bosco Boy. The chance to go. Oh, we went for the, I think, bump in front. Won't go anywhere. Dax is going to go wide. And NightFall collapse onto it. And will make sure Game 2 ends with them as the victors. As there we go. Now confirmed, NightFall have taken Game 2, one away from winning this series. And potentially a perfect day for Day 1. NightFall just need one more win. Oh, here we go. Game number 3. What could be the last game of the day here for NightFall, just to secure themselves a spot in the upper bracket for Day 2. Of RLCS 2025 NA Open number 6. Considering how close these games are, I wouldn't take any chances against Tortugas. Game 1 was a 1-goal difference. Game 2, only by 2, and who knows where Game 3 is going. That's an insane touch from Dank. He's also gone for a car change here. He's a different looking car. Maybe he wasn't feeling good in Game 2, whatever, or maybe he just wants to have a little bit of fun here. Loosen up, relax a little bit. Maybe the way that NightFall's playing, they definitely don't want to tighten themselves up. They don't want to restrict themselves in any ways. Play loose, play free. Against Tortugas, make sure you don't give away open opportunities, as that's going to be an open one for Shawnee. And that's going to be a goal for Tortugas. So the first time tonight they'll take a lead. Only their second goal this series so far, however. But it's an important one. This is a big lead now for Tortugas. And for NightFall, they have never started these games off amazingly. They generally score late, and that's a worry for me. You don't want to leave these goals up to late. You want to score early as you can. You want to take those leads as early as you can. Put the pressure on your opponents, and for NightFall now, they got to have a comeback of sorts here. As Shawnee the one, looking for another chance, but left side, I know Dax is whiffed. Nobody was paying attention to that, though, from Nightjaw. But they will still get a chance from it, as Lev, up in the air, to Dank. Ooh, it's a double commit. Boscos will loot this one, but it could not fly under Plurry. It is NightFall still, as Demo in front. Bosco, flip reset. Oh, he's faked out one, but unable to beat Dax on it. Tortugas slow with the ball as well, just going into their shell, it almost feels like, as Bosco. Another relatively routine save as Dax gets taken away. Dank, gotta be careful, Plurry's got him red here. Dax could shoot here as get the first block, and Bosco will get the clear away. Tortugas are racing back to defense again. Lev. Plurry. The one. That is going towards net, but will be kept wide as Dank with the interesting nice shot, and you know what? That's a nice shot as well. Why not? I don't know if Dank meant to say nice shot. I know he's done it tonight again when Lev misses Lev's missed some of his chances. I don't know what the quick chat's for, but hey, it goes in on the other way. Maybe Dank's a good luck charm. It bounced off. Tortugas goes in. We got a tie game now in game 3, so NightFall on route to that comeback. And yeah, there's Lev with the thank you. So, Lev obviously is assuming it's meant for him, or he's just trying to make sure that Tortugas don't think they're being toxic. Well, NightFall will to clear away another chance. Shawnee the 1. Lev, oh, that's off the sidewall. It's a perfect bounce for Pluri to jump onto, but Bosco Boy's not going to let him have that chance. It's Lev. Oh, Bosco tried to pre-jump that one. He won't get very far, and Dank's got to make a pretty impressive block here. He doesn't. Pluri to the nets. Oh, he's just missed. Dax can't put it in. In fact, Dax was actually too close to the goal to score there. And he's given himself a little bit more time, a little bit more space. You think he probably could have scored in that chance. Instead, it is NightFall who will now put on the pressure as Pluri still trying to jump in on this one, but it is Lev still. Another demo from NightFall. They've had tons so far in game 3 as Dank, Lev, forcing Pluri to go, but man, Pluri, he's got the touch and more. As Dax, that's a great chance to shoot. NightFall commit heavily as Bosco's taken out of the play by Shawnee. Lev gets the bumps and Dank will clear it away, but it's a clear straight to Dax. NightFall at this point is trying to take some possession. Stuff to do so, and Tortugas have boost. NightFall just maintaining some calm here. One shot could end game 3, and Pluri to Shawnee the 1! Saved away by Bosco Boy on a huge chance in front of the goal. Tortugas catching NightFall a bit passive at times. But NightFall, those rotations, I said the one thing they can't let those rotations do is be under pressure. And right now, man, they have been under a lot of pressure at the end of this game. And to win out this series, to go to day 2 through uppers. It's as expected for NightFall. They don't want the series to go any longer than it has to. Maybe they'll get their chance here. Dang, that's a very heavy first touch, though. Back so heavy, nobody from Tortugas was even going to worry about that one as Lev in the midfield. Bosco will find Dank. Dax does get a piece of this as Shawnee the 1 with a chance to score, but NightFall have that one wrapped up. Here goes Dank again. Keeps it low. Pluri does get enough on this as Bosco can't score. It is cleared away again as Lev off the back wall. It's another nice shot from Dank. I don't know if he's doing this intentionally. I mean, Tortugas haven't said anything in chat. As an infield play, Lev, oh, he almost got one there. Tortugas whiffed it off the back wall, but Dax had the boost to recover too. And we may be seeing overtime as it will hit the floor. Overtime in game 3. NightFall just needed 1 goal to go to day 2 through uppers. For Tortugas, just to get something here against NightFall, to have something against them. That first goal, NightFall has had a tougher time recovering, but they only need 1, and this will be right there! And right now, that's it! We're gone to day 2. NightFall will win it in overtime. Quickly goes, quickly done. Took a little bit longer for NightFall than they were hoping for, but even without Nightshot on the roster, they still make it to day 2, sweeping every roster that they've played. So it is NightFall. Just continue to win here. Day 2, where they go to next. So that will end day 1. Tortugas, unfortunately, unable to get even a game off of a NightFall roster playing with their sub. So that will end that one. There we go, that will end the night. So upper bracket now, as it shows, NightFall will be through to day 2 in the upper bracket, playing against, most likely we'll be playing against Solitude tomorrow. I'm not going to wait to find out that answer until tomorrow, but likely we're playing against Solitude tomorrow, which is actually not a bad roster. Solitude roster with Preston, Durtho, and Stealth. Not a bad team. They're pretty good. It'll be nice to see them compete. But for now, is all for day 1. Quick. To the point here, NightFall. Not taking any extra time any more time than they needed to. Yeah, I was gonna say, Solitude's gonna be a tough match though. They beat us last event? I thought so. Solitude's definitely considered the better team by seeding. I'll be interested to see how we play against them, because they're a good team. But again, NightFall, we'll go through uppers, so at least for us, we go to day 2, and we get to prepare for that. Hopefully we'll have Night Shift tomorrow, because we'll need him against Solitude. Again, we'll have to wait and find out. Again, we'll end day 1 here, so good job to NightFall. Good job to Dank, by the way, the sub. He had a great day today, stepping in where his team needed him. But that ends day 1 for us, so again, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, to play in our Winners Round 1 matchup for day 2. For us, we're going to end our stream. It's a short one tonight, but this is the case here, so go raid to a good friend of mine, Corporal Monkey Shines, is just going to be watching the end of the 135 Esports Day 1 run, as they're about to beat their opponent in Velocity in their Round 4 matchup. So go show support to Corporal Monkey Shines and 135 Esports. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for RLCS action. See you guys then. Take care. Have a great night.